Mr. Speaker, I see hate. Mr. Speaker, I see bitterness. Mr. Speaker, I see acrimony. Mr. Speaker, I see animosity. And Mr. Speaker, I see a man completely out of control. Completely out of control, Mr. Speaker. That is what I see. And that problem is not a new problem to me, you know. I was aware of the tendency for the Honourable to go out of control since 1987.
I went to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago in August 2003 as a Minister of Government in Trinidad and Tobago, a PNM Minister, and told him that there was bid rigging taking place in UDCOT. What the Commission of Inquiry is looking at is 10 times worse than what happened with Piako Airport. And it's even more brazen.
It's being compared to the 7 Trent signing on the eve of the 1995 general election, another contract signed to upgrade WASA just before the 2010 general election with $700 million. Opposition leader Kamla Persad-Bissessar is arguing that the contract with Merhav Mekarot Development, an Israeli company, should not have been signed so close to an election.
The contract is not acceptable. The rush to fund this contract in its present form, with all the vagueness a mere 4 days away from a general election, is wrong.
The contract is for upgrade works including construction of a hydraulic network model, design, procurement and construction of pipelines, and the installation of 4,000 water meters. Persad-Bissessar is questioning why the contract does not have an upper limit to guarantee it will not cost the country more than it's worth.
The one commitment required of the contractor MMD by government is that the contractor will invest its endeavours not to exceed this contract value. In exchange, the contractor is assured that the minimum value of the contract of TT $700 million.
Persad-Bissessar is also questioning the advanced payment to be given to the company based on the contract.
There's a stated requirement for an advance payment of 20% of the contract value in the total sum of TT $132 million. Of this, the first TT $66 million was required within 15 days of signing. The contract was to be paid within 15 days, with a further $66 million required within 60 days of signing.
What's more, she says the contractor is only liable to 10% of the contract value for any and all breaches of the contract, a sum that amounts to $66 million. She says there's a possibility that the Israeli contractor could accept the advance payment of $132 million, breach the contract, and pocket the remaining $66 million. She's calling on the Prime Minister to stop the contract, saying it is not in the national interest.
Argue your case. Everybody has a chance to do it. But not like my good friend. The minute you oppose my good friend, Mr. Speaker, the minute you oppose my good friend, he gets very, very angry. And if you oppose him strongly, Mr. Speaker, he becomes a raging bull. And that is what this government is not prepared to act. That is what it was. We just were not prepared to accept that.
If this country cannot call to order its Prime Minister and his cabinet and his political party to say we are not accepting that, then God help us.